Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tuesday Tea. Happy Election Day. Woof. This is coming out on Election Day.
Oh, happy election day.
We hope that this episode can give you guys some entertainment on this crazy day, I'm sure.
What a day to be alive.
Yeah, what a day to be alive. Today, we're going to go and talk about your celebrity encounter stories. So, you guys sending some good ones. We're really excited. And before we get into that, we do have some life updates. And then we are going to debrief the Love is Blind reunion.
Oh, right.
Woof.
Yeah.
And we have a fun little game that we're going to play.
Yes.
So, today's episode is going to be a hoot and a holler. Buckle up. So, what's your life update?
I bought a house.
Oh my gosh, I literally forgot that we haven't talked about that yet.
I bought a house.
Woo!
I know. It's been a
Yay!
long time coming. We've spent years looking in Nashville and losing offers.
Yeah.
And we
That's
got
just very
it.
competitive.
It is
And
really
you literally
competitive.
got the perfect house.
It was crazy because the house I'm currently living in, I was offered to buy it
Mm-hmm.
and it was just outlandishly priced. I would have to always be the one responsible for filling the rooms and have 2 roommates. I wouldn't be able to have a guest room just based on the mortgage and the interest rate. I've taken a break from looking, and for some reason, I just decided to go online and look while I was in negotiation with my landlord.
Yeah.
And I saw this little thing right next door to where I currently live, which is where I've wanted to live.
Mm-hmm.
I was open to moving to another neighborhood for more affordability, and it was just perfect. And I went literally the next day. It was on the market that day. Went the next day to tour, put an offer in that day, and I
mean,
got
it's
it.
perfect. It's like a small house, but you
Yeah.
want to live alone. You don't want roommates.
Yeah.
And it's on a huge lot with a beautiful backyard.
It's humongous.
Yeah, humongous.
I know.
And it's fenced in for your dog. It's it's
know.
perfect.
I know. I'm so excited. I can't wait for the dinner parties. The indoor is going to be a little tight for dinner parties, but the outdoor is going to be great.
Yeah.
And yeah, my to-do list now that I will own a house is linen sheets.
Priorities.
Linen sheets.
Where's your favorite place to get sheets? Parachute is my favorite place.
I haven't. I've always wanted to be a sheets gal,
Uh-huh.
and I don't want to invest in sheets
Yeah.
or anything for that matter in a house until I buy.
I know.
So really it's just been Amazon. But I've lived in furnished places the last few years, so I haven't had to buy them. But
Yeah.
every time I sleep in your sheets, it's a dream.
Yeah. Parachute is the best.
Parachute,
Brooklinen
I was
has
gonna say I
nice
want to
ones.
look at Brooklinen.
They're not as soft. I think that they just take more time to like wear in, But Parachute, their sheets are
Parachute.
amazing. Yeah.
I want like a good duvet. I just want to invest in that so I can
Mhm.
like be on a cloud the whole
Mhm.
time. And then I want to do the water filter for the shower head
Yeah.
because I want clean water going on my face and my hair. A Ninja Bullet. That's it.
Yeah.
Those are my top 3 things.
That's what you need. You're a homeowner now. You know what's something that's so annoying to me?
Tell me.
When you're a single person and you buy a house, you have to furnish it yourself. Whereas if you were getting married or whatever, you'd have like a shower. And people give you all these things. Like
We should start that.
Yeah, I mean, you can have a housewarming party, obviously, but you don't have like a registry and like all that stuff. Like
I could send a registry link in my housewarming invite.
Could you imagine? Honestly, it's only fair at this point in our lives. Like, I remember when I moved into this house and I was like trying not to buy really nice stuff because I'm like, in a couple years, I'll probably be getting married and then I can put on my registry all the stuff that I want.
Yeah.
And like, I don't want to buy the nice toaster. I don't want to buy all this stuff, like the nice plates and whatever. And here I am 4 years down the road, still not married. So it's like you have to just kind of buy the stuff that you want and need for yourself and not wait for other people to get it off a registry. But it's so annoying.
That's so crazy to think about because I remember seeing some video that said, why aren't we celebrating the single people that have made the accomplishments of buying a house or getting your master's degree or getting a law degree or these things?
Yeah.
Instead, it's only focused on relationships and pregnancy. And that, I think, is what's furthering the narrative of you're not enough until you do those things, which really pisses me off. And I know we're going to have that one day and it's going to be so exciting. But I agree. It's like, why are the couples more celebrated than individual accomplishments?
That is really annoying.
It is
It's
annoying.
so frustrating.
It is. The thing I was thinking about with this house, though, is it's so small that it's okay to get not the nice stuff, but to furnish it myself. Where you have 3-bedroom house to furnish, like that's a lot. You need a lot more square feet.
Well, yours is 2.
Yeah, but it's so small, you know? So
yeah, it will be easier to like buy nicer stuff because you don't have to buy as much.
yeah,
for
I don't feel like I'll have to break the bank, but I'm excited to get the cute dishes. I want it to be like a French cottage vibe.
Yeah.
This is something I'm really struggling with right now is I'm a house estate manager, and I don't feel like with my job that I'm going to be able to manage my own house.
Mm-hmm.
And that breaks my heart because I so badly just want to go on Pinterest and execute my vision, because what I won't do is just make it good enough. I want it to be like exactly my vision for my first house.
Yeah.
Not break the bank, but just really make it special and unique and not
Yeah.
rush certain pieces.
Yeah, you will be able to do
Just
that.
bring the vision to life.
Yeah, you will.
But I just don't know if I'm going to have the energy after work. And on the weekends, you kind of just want to stare at a wall and veg and socialize. So
yeah, but once you get into your house, you're going to be so excited to
yeah,
that'll become a priority even despite how busy you are. I
yeah.
wouldn't worry about that. You're going to make it cute. I can't wait. I want to look at your Pinterest board cuz we've looked at it before, just like trying to get each other's vibes for homes,
Yeah.
and I love it's so cozy. It's kind of like English cottagey kind of vibes. At least it was when I looked last time.
Yeah.
So I'm so excited to look at that and like help you. And you can
Yes.
even get a lot of stuff at thrift shops and like
Yes.
little trinkets and things
Yeah.
like that. So it's going to be so fun.
I can't wait. What I did was create private boards per room. So I have living room board, bedroom board, and I'll take all my inspo from past boards that are specific to room and literally add in exactly what I want. And then I'm not kidding, going to go to stores or thrift stores and say, this is the exact thing I need to replicate. And I'll get the pieces that are so close because then I know it's cohesive.
You know what you should do? You should reverse Google image search. Like look up on like your Pinterest picture, reverse image it on Google, and then it'll bring up stores that have that stuff. And you
Life
could just
hack.
order online.
Life hack.
Yeah.
But then I have like a canvas that's so clear of what I need to buy for me to execute this vision versus just getting a bunch of cute pieces and it doesn't go together.
Yeah, exactly.
So I need like the rug and the coffee table and the couch and the decor all to go together.
Yeah.
And to be cohesive. The issue though I'm concerned about is, how do you make sure all the rooms flow and still be different?
Yeah, I don't know. I think honestly, this sounds so bougie, and I never thought I would be this person, but like interior designers, they are so worth it.
No, ma'am. We're not there. We can't
I've
be
never
there.
really used one. I've kind of used one for my living room and my entryway table. They just do what you can't. Like, I think I have good taste. I think I can like make a space look a certain way. And I tried for years and it just never looked like how I wanted it. And then I invited someone in to help and they just crushed it. And
to be fair, you picked. They gave you a few options and you
Well, yeah, that's how I did pick.
That's how that works.
Yeah, they don't just decorate your house without telling you. I mean, I'm sure they could if you want them to, but
yeah, that's true. Yeah, maybe one day that'll be a bucket list idea. But I'm excited to kind of curate it myself and get those pieces. I think it's going to be a slower investment.
Yeah. It's a marathon, not
It's a marathon, but I want to host the housewarming so fast, but I don't want the housewarming until it's set the way I want. I have the lamps in the right spot.
Yeah,
I got the cookbooks in the right spot. So, anyways, I'm very excited and I could cry. The inspection came back. It was wonderful.
Yay.
I know.
So you close at the end of the month, right?
Yeah.
But you're not moving in for a couple months because your lease.
Yeah. The owners want to stay in for a little bit. So that was part of my offer, was to give them 2 weeks free rent and then they'll pay me after the 2 weeks if they have to stay longer. But I think it's based on when they close. Worst case scenario, I have a friend stay there for a little bit until my lease ends. Otherwise, I'll just slowly move over there or pay double. I really don't care. I'm just so excited.
So exciting.
I know. I can't wait. Any life updates with you?
Nothing as exciting as buying a freaking house.
That's okay.
I'm so excited. I just got back from New York and that was so much fun. New York at the end of October, I swear the last 2 weeks of October, perfect time to go.
I can't.
Literally perfect time. But it does change so fast. So like we got there on Friday. Saturday we went to Central Park. It was the dreamiest thing I've ever seen. All the trees are yellow. All the leaves on the ground are yellow. There's someone playing the saxophone. There's squirrels eating nuts. Like it's just literally there's little sailboats in the lake.
Stop.
Like it is.
It's like a movie.
It was a movie. I was walking around the happiest I've ever been in my life. Like I was just filled with like joy walking around there. Then Wednesday before we left, I went back. So 4 or 5 days later. And a lot of the leaves had already fallen. So it happens fast.
Wow,
like, I don't know how it was before we got there. Maybe it was that way for a couple weeks. But I think you got to get there right at the right time to see it. And you kind of got to get lucky. And it happens at a different time every year. But it was the perfect time. It was so much fun. I saw Hamilton. And I saw Wicked.
She saw Wicked.
Hamilton,
Cloud 9.
so good. I don't know if I'm biased because I knew the soundtrack,
Mm-hmm.
but
She sure did.
yeah, like I just, oh my gosh, it was so freaking good. Way better than watching the Netflix one. Like
Oh, wait.
so much better.
You've seen it live though before, haven't you?
No, but I saw
I
the
thought you
Netflix
have.
thing, but I fell asleep.
Oh,
Yeah.
goodness. But you know the soundtrack. You've never seen it live?
No, I did everything backwards. I watched the Netflix thing. I fell asleep. I was like, this is boring. And then I had one of the songs stuck in my head. So I started listening to the soundtrack. So I knew the whole soundtrack and I loved the soundtrack, which I don't know why. It's like so
Fascinating,
random.
yeah.
But I loved it. And then I just now saw it.
That's crazy. I
Yeah.
thought you've seen it and that's why you fell in love with the soundtrack.
No, I don't know
How
why.
in the world did you get hooked on the soundtrack
I don't
without
know. I
watching
think I
it?
had one of the songs stuck in my head from the Netflix thing, but I fell asleep in the Netflix
That's
thing.
so funny. I'm so glad you saw it.
Oh my gosh, it was so good. And Pickleball Boy didn't know anything about it. He doesn't even know the story.
Yeah.
And he loved it too.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh. Okay,
it's
we
so
have to
good.
go because
Yeah.
I don't know the plot either at all. And I
Yeah.
don't want to know.
Yeah, it's so good. And then Wicked, oh my gosh.
Like it's the best.
The girl who played, what's the good witch? What's her name? Glenda? Glenda the good witch. Glenda?
Elphaba.
Elphaba.
Elphaba's the good one. Elphaba, why don't you stay calm for once instead of flying off the handle? I know you're happy. Elphaba.
Elphaba's the bad
the
witch.
good one. Glenda's the bad one.
No.
Yeah,
Why are you
I bet
looking
my
it
life
up?
savings.
Okay. Glenda's the good witch.
No.
Elphaba's the bad witch. Yes. Says right
Wait,
here.
who do you think is good and bad? The girl with the green face?
Yeah, is the
no,
bad one.
she's
Oh.
good.
Classic mix-up.
She's like, well, she has a green face and she wears black,
Well,
so
she's
obviously
like,
she's
you
bad.
know, she's portrayed as the bad one. She's obviously not bad if
She
you watch.
is
Spoiler
objectively
alert.
the good
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
That's hilarious.
Okay, well.
Okay, so about Elphaba.
Glenda.
Or Glenda.
The girl who played Glenda.
I thought you said
Her
the good
voice.
witch.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I see.
The
Okay.
blonde.
The blonde. Got it. Okay.
The not green one.
Got it.
Her voice was insane.
Really?
I mean, all of them. They were just, it was so good.
What'd you think about Popular?
So good.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah. And I saw Wicked when I was in junior high. I didn't really remember the storyline. Like, I didn't remember the guy, the boyfriend, being a part of the story. I didn't remember that they were like in college. I didn't remember a lot of it. So it was all like still surprising for me watching it.
Gosh darn it.
I
I'm
know.
so jealous.
It was so fun.
The way you capture the New York content makes it so romanticized and just a dream.
Yeah.
It makes any girl want to move to New York, to the West Village.
Yeah, but that's how I feel in real life when I'm there. Like, I feel like I just romanticize it so much, like everything I do. But there was a couple moments in the West Village where it was less magical than the last time I was there. Because at this point, I've been 3 times with Pickleball Boys work. So it's like, I've gone more than maybe the normal person goes to New York. I feel like usually you just go every like few years. I've gone 3 times in the last year and a half. And so every time I've gone, I'm like, I need to move to the West Village. It's so amazing. And this time, the smell of pee everywhere. And I don't know if it's all homeless people. I think a majority of it is probably dogs. Because people are walking their dogs everywhere.
Disgusting.
And their dogs pee on everything.
And it's like concrete.
Yeah. And
That's
it just like
disgusting.
everywhere I went just reeked of pee in the West Village.
In the West Village.
But it smells like pee in a lot of places in New York. It's not uncommon. But I didn't remember that from last time. And this time I was like, okay, that's the only gross thing. But everything else, it was amazing. I just love being able to walk everywhere and like just the exercise, being outside and like going to all these cute little coffee shops,
fresh air.
restaurants, so much good food.
Yeah, that's good.
It's the
While you're
best.
eating pee though is just
Yeah.
that's not a vibe.
Yeah, no.
Because some of your content reminds me of like London, Europe vibes when I don't know, it just
Wow,
like
what an honor.
it just gives those vibes the way
Yeah.
you make the videos and the content you have. And that London and France are like my favorite in the whole world, but they
Yeah.
don't smell like pee. And they're so
Oh,
clean.
yeah.
And the tube doesn't have rats.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, yeah.
Gotta move. Gotta
Yes,
move to London.
shucks.
Dang it.
Time. It's time. Would
Twist my
you
arm.
ever move to London?
Yeah.
Have you been to London?
Yeah.
What do you think about going to see Harry Styles in London?
Yeah.
Sold.
Yep.
That was good. I was gonna say, when he comes out with tour, what city should we go to? I feel like it has to be international.
Yeah, we gotta go to Europe.
Maybe we should go somewhere we haven't been.
Yeah, I'd be down.
Spain?
I've been to Spain.
Oh. I've been everywhere. Australia.
That'd be fun. That is a little far.
It's a far
Yeah.
commute.
I really do want to go to Europe. Maybe like Copenhagen. Does he go to Copenhagen? I've always wanted to go there.
Okay.
I don't know.
I haven't
We'll
been.
figure it out. Whenever he goes on tour, we're just waiting patiently.
No, literally.
We need a new album, and we need him to go on tour so we could go. But yeah, that'd be so fun.
I can't wait.
Yay.
Okay, so what did you think about the Love is Blind reunion?
First and foremost, let's stop bringing old people on the reunion.
Yeah, that was
like, why do they do that?
Of time.
They wasted like 30 minutes
yeah.
on people. I've watched all the seasons. I don't remember any of them. I don't care about any of them. If we want to know what they're doing, we'll go on their Instagram and look. We don't need them to be on the show talking about how they're doing, who they're dating, whatever. I don't care about any of that.
There was no value added at all.
No. Yeah. And I need Nick and Vanessa to ask better questions. The way that they breezed over Tyler and Ashley, the way that they did not hound into them at all, I was so upset because I'm sorry, I don't believe their story for a second. I'm confused at what their story was at all. Like,
yeah,
the vibe I got was that they were trying to say he lied to the camera, but he wasn't lying to me, which I don't believe that. If that's true, she needs an Oscar. Like, there's no way that she was that upset over, like,
yeah.
Or maybe she was that upset about the whole situation and they were just trying to play it off on the camera like it was only about him not telling her about the sperm donor kids. But I just don't believe it. I think that he lied to her and then after the show, he told her the truth. And I think that they were already married and she's going to stand by her man. And I think that she just like is so excited to be married and like all that she is working through it with him, which is good. I mean, obviously you don't want to just like get a divorce, but it's like how scary to find out that the guy that you married lied about all this stuff. Like I don't believe their story for a second. It honestly makes me like them less.
Did you see the comment on our TikTok?
No.
They said the reunion was taped before it came out about the baby mama.
Oh. Well, I'm sure Ashley had to have known by that point, though.
I don't know, because if they taped the reunion before the baby mama came out and posted that video.
Yeah, that's true. That's a possibility.
But you're right. It makes me wonder if Ashley reacted that much just about being a sperm donor to one kid.
Yeah.
It makes me wonder if maybe they didn't show that he was honest about everything.
Yeah.
But I don't know why they wouldn't show it all because they were here for the drama. And
exactly.
that would, so yeah. I don't know either. Either she's delusional and like oblivious and just doesn't want to get a divorce like you said, or there's been lies or something.
I know. Like, you know what I would have done if I was Nick and Vanessa? I would have brought out the baby mama. I would have had her come on stage and give her side of the story.
Talk about a good guest.
Yeah, they can do so much better with these reunions. Like the way I wanted so much more. The way I wanted friggin' Steven to read his text out loud.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just a savage, but I'm like, you can't like just give us a little taste of these things and never like ask them the hard-hitting questions.
What's the point about reality TV is like, why are we not talking about the things we need to be talking about that everyone wants to know about? Same thing with Nick and Hannah. It's like, Hannah got away with so much crap and was just on cloud 9 for how much everyone was tearing Nick a new one. And we were completely missing the boat on holding Hannah accountable. There was one small comment at the beginning, and then it literally turned into a roast of Nick.
Yeah, which I think that backfired on her. I think she thought she was going to have her redemption moment. I think she was going to have, like, she wanted so bad to take the heat off of her back and put it on Nick, and I think it backfired. I think everyone hates her more now.
It was a terrible look.
And Marissa, too.
Yeah, I agree.
They are awful.
It was a terrible look. And Alex has got to sit down because she's oh my gosh.
But I think our hot take on Alex is against the majority. A lot of people don't like Tim, which we're Team Tim.
Yeah, we're Team Tim.
But a lot of people think that Tim is aggressive. They think that he's like playing the victim.
How is he
They
aggressive?
think he's manipulative.
Absolutely not.
I don't agree. I think that Alex
he's
is
strong. Yeah. And I think he has no problem speaking his mind, but he's respectful. You can tell how disrespectful Alex is.
Yeah, Alex doesn't care.
We said this when we watched the reunion together. We are girls. And we are not girls for this season.
No.
I've never seen another season, but in my opinion, all these girls are psycho.
The only girl I like is Brittany. Which
and
who would have thought?
Taylor.
Brittany and
Taylor.
Well, yeah. Taylor can do no wrong.
Yeah, Brittany's silly, but girl to her.
Yeah.
Taylor, yes, perfect.
Yeah.
But all the other girls.
They suck.
They suck.
Yeah.
I'm so unimpressed with them.
I know, and I hate it because they're making me root for the men.
Yeah.
Why are they doing that?
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. I want to root for the girls.
Yeah.
But it's, I mean, Hannah and Marissa, like, I physically cannot. First of all, okay.
Get it.
This is what makes me mad. That she is like, Nick wanted to be the famous person on Love is Blind.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry, Hannah. Says the one that's already trying to do ads. Don't sit there and tell me that you did not want to become famous. Yeah. Any of them. None of them can say that they didn't want to be famous. That is a part of going on reality TV. Like,
100%.
If any of them are going to say that fame was never a thought in their mind, they're liars. 100%. I don't care which person you are on that stage.
That's half the point these days.
Yeah, and so who freaking cares? And also, the fact that she was trying to get him to say that he said he didn't like the way she looked. Like,
I know. And she didn't say that?
No. Every single person had something to say about the way that their person's
Love is Blind.
Yeah. And Hannah was complaining about the way he looked literally the whole time. I saw this TikTok of this lady. She was like, I'm a producer on reality TV. And she's like, watching these interviews, I know the kinds of questions that they ask. I know how badly they want you to say something. They're going to ask all the questions. Like, they wanted Nick to say something bad about Hannah. When they first saw each other, she's like, I know that he was asked 100 questions in 100 different ways to try and get him to say something bad about Hannah. And the fact that they didn't have anything to share shows that he did not break and he did not say anything. Yeah. Where Hannah is very open about the fact that Nick didn't look the way that she thought. She flat out said, Nick lied to me about the way he looked.
Yeah.
Like, what if Nick had said that about Hannah? Like, Hannah lied about how she looked.
Yeah.
That would have been a whole thing.
The only thing Hannah, she had was she looked like a bomb. Which, what does that even mean?
Yeah, a grenade.
A grenade, sorry.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, what?
Yeah.
And also, isn't a grenade a compliment? Like, I don't even know how a grenade could be bad.
I know. I wanted so bad. I was thinking about this after. I was like, imagine if he would have said, you know what, Hannah? I did say that. But also, I'm just blunt. Or I'm just direct.
Oh my gosh, I'm just
However,
direct.
like she says.
No, I know he has so much ammo to shoot back, and he doesn't.
And he doesn't because he's so nice. And I
listen to us.
I literally am so fed up with Hannah and Marissa. And what the frick did Marissa have to say? Sit down.
No.
You were not in that relationship. Stop trying to have your 5 minutes of fame because you don't want to say anything bad about Ramses because you're still hooking up with him.
Exactly.
So you're going to try and like have your moment by just crapping on Nick the whole time?
Yeah.
No.
And
good freaking bye.
Yeah, I can't. And they're all best friends. It's like, honey.
Yeah, my best friend in the whole world. Shut up.
You said that about 2 other people you just met a month ago.
I know. So. I'm getting all fired up.
I know it's frustrating because it's just like, it doesn't feel real or rational.
No.
And we're missing the boat. Like, okay, if they have those opinions, fine. But Nick and Vanessa's job is to redirect towards the obvious thing we're all seeing, which is how much of a hypocrite Hannah's being. And the producers and the hosts aren't doing that.
No. They suck.
They suck. I think we should volunteer.
Yeah, we volunteer to be the host.
Yes, I would love that. I think we do a great job.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to get into the games?
I think we should get into the games and trust that Love is Blind season 8 will be one for the books.
I know. I'm sad that it's not the Nashville season.
I know,
because they cast it in Nashville like a little over a year ago.
I assume it'll be after
this one.
Minneapolis, yeah.
Yeah, that'll be exciting.
All right. Shall we?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to introduce a game to you. I prepped this morning.
Okay.
And we're just going to do rapid fire, onboard or overboard. Onboard is, I like this person, and you're allowed to justify. You can give a quick little justification. Okay. Mm-hmm. Overboard is, nope, not into it. And it can be a hot take.
Okay.
I'm going to give you 3 of my actresses that are hot takes that are overboard for me. That might have some controversy.
Okay.
Are you ready for them?
Yeah.
Anne Hathaway.
Anne Hathaway's overboard?
Overboard.
Why?
I don't.
The Princess of Genovia. How dare you?
How dare you? Princess of Genovia. To be fair, I loved that movie and loved her ever since, I would say, after Devil Wears Prada. I can't stand her character. That movie she did with Rebel Wilson, where they were like cops or spies or something. I just can't stand her acting. I cannot stand it.
Really?
It's so cringe. I don't know. It's a hot take.
Okay.
Emma Stone. Can't stand her.
Lisp. She kind of has a lisp.
That's not why. It's the vibe.
Oh.
It's the vibe. I don't know what's wrong.
Okay.
Okay. Last one. Katherine Heigl. Do you know who that is?
Katherine Heigl. I know. Oh, I heard that she's
impossible
mean
to work with.
Yeah.
Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like a well-known thing.
She was in 27 Dresses too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate that movie.
Why?
I don't know. I've tried to watch it like 100 times and I fall asleep every time. I've literally never been able to stay awake.
We're going to retire that one then.
I do love Knocked Up though. That's a funny movie to me.
With Seth Rogen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what it is? Maybe it's deep voices because all three of them have a super deep voice.
Oh, yeah. Maybe.
I don't like any of their voices. They all bother me. Those are the 3 actresses I cannot stand.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know which actress I can't stand?
Tell me.
Hold on. Let me look up her name.
We forgot her name.
Claire Dearing.
No idea who that is.
She's from Jurassic World.
Never heard of her.
I think she's quite literally the worst actress in the world. She's awful.
Just like skills wise?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
She's a horrible actress.
Your hot takes are Sydney Sweeney and Claire,
whatever her name is.
Claire. I love Leslie Mann. You know who that is?
No.
She's from This Is 40. That's
yes, I love her. I love that movie. That movie's so funny.
She makes me want to be around her all the time. I just feel like she has the most calming presence.
Yeah.
Or with the Zac Efron, 17 again.
That is a great film. She's in Knocked Up too.
She is?
Yeah, she's the sister.
Oh, I don't remember that. Okay. All right, so you're going to do Overboard or On Board?
I'm ready.
Noah Kahn.
On Board, duh.
Oh.
Who would say Overboard to Noah Kahn?
Love that for us.
Would Zach you? What would you say?
On Board for sure. Zach Bryan.
Ooh. Okay, are we hanging out?
Relevant.
Are we hanging out?
Yeah. We don't have to be hooking up, but we're... Okay.
Well, I don't know. Oh, that's hard.
No, we're not automatically, like, sexual. We're just around
No, but, like, is he playing music or are we, like, becoming friends?
No,
is my question.
He's in your life.
I feel like probably Overboard.
Wow.
I think the cheating scandal. He just kind of seems like a little scummy.
Yeah, not impressed with the current news situation. Shia LaBeouf.
On Board.
Love.
Why not?
I agree.
He's cool.
He's cool. Scarlett Johansson.
On Board.
Michael Myers.
Off Board.
Why?
Isn't he the murderer?
Wait. Wait, who's the one that plays?
This is Michael Myers with the knife. Literally the scariest.
Who's the one?
I said Overboard. You said what? Oh, God.
The one with the... Who's the one that does this?
Oh.
Is his name not Michael Myers?
No.
What's his name?
Oh my gosh, what's that movie? What is that movie? Hold on.
I'm actually crying.
Oh, this guy. Austin Powers.
Austin Powers. Who's the guy that plays Austin Powers?
I don't know.
What's his name?
Mike Myers. Classic mix.
I just went with the longer name. Gosh, that was good. Okay, Mike Myers.
Overboard. I don't know him.
Okay.
After all that.
That was good. Okay.
I've never seen Austin Powers.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it since I was a little kid. Okay. Megan Fox.
Overboard. She's a Satanist.
I think she is.
Yeah.
They drink blood, don't they?
Yeah.
Bradley Cooper.
On Board. Heck yeah.
Hey. Matthew McConaughey.
On Board.
Taylor Swift.
On Board.
Are you saying that to not cause ruffles? J-Lo.
On Board. Why not?
Ugh.
You don't like J-Lo?
Nah.
She'd be off board? Or
yeah,
overboard?
the stuff that comes out about how, like, horrible she is.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I've never heard this.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
She's just not nice?
Yeah.
Okay, Overboard with her.
It's out with her. Austin Butler.
On Board. Heck yeah.
Oh my
He's so
God.
hot.
Kevin Hart.
On Board.
Shawn Mendes.
On Board.
Oprah.
Off Board. Like I'm saying off board, not overboard.
Oh, wait, why Oprah?
I don't know. I don't like her.
I love just the lack of reasoning. I don't know. I just don't like her. Okay, Keanu.
She just seems full of herself.
I think I would be too.
Yeah, she is Oprah.
It's so good.
Oh my gosh,
I
my
can't
makeup. Sorry if I offended any Oprah fans.
It's also the confidence. It's like the what? No, Overboard. Okay, Keanu Reeves.
Oh my gosh, I'm crying. Overboard.
Tom Hanks. Why
Yes.
are you thinking about it?
He had that sex scandal.
What?
He had the child sex trafficking scandal. They think
No.
he's a part of the ring.
Nope.
We'll keep him on board to question him about it.
Okay. Beyonce.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm scared.
okay.
I would say Overboard, but I'm scared that she would come kill me.
So keep her on board.
Yeah, keep her on board and thank her for all she's done so that the Illuminati
seen
doesn't
that.
kill us.
Okay. Maybe
Yeah.
put her in a room or something.
Yeah. Put her in the corner.
Last one, Leonardo DiCaprio.
On board.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fun.
That'd be quite the party.
That was a good
All those
roster.
people on one boat.
Yeah.
I'm crying. All right. That was fun. What a fun game.
That was good.
I like that game. Okay. Do you want to get into our stories now?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. My first one. I worked at a high-end furniture store in the Hamptons, and this guy comes in 5 minutes before close looking homeless. If you work out here long enough, you realize the richer someone is, the more homeless they look. You know who that reminds me of is Adam Sandler.
Literally, yeah.
But they're wandering around, and my coworker runs up and is like, oh my gosh, that man is famous. He's really big, and he owns a bunch of restaurants. We're all racking our brains about who this could be, and we couldn't figure it out. So I go out and greet him and let him know we're getting ready to close up shop. Do you know who this man was? Robert freaking De Niro.
What?
Who in the world said he owns restaurants over being one of the biggest movie stars ever? 2 days later, he calls the office, and I answer, and I'm literally speaking to Robert De Niro on the phone. He ended up buying 7 umbrellas and was the nicest man ever.
Oh my gosh, how funny.
I
7
know.
umbrellas?
Yeah,
for what?
I don't know. I love him. He is such a good actor.
He is. He just seems like such a quality human.
He does. I want him to be my grandpa.
Oh my gosh.
He's great.
That's so funny.
I know.
I love that the more famous they are, the more homeless that they look. Like, that's such a flex.
If it's intentional. Like, they try to, like...
Maybe. Just, like, nonchalant.
Or if they're just so tired, they don't put in any effort.
It's kind of like freak people clothes. You know how they, like, cost a lot of money, but sometimes they kind of look a little grungy?
Yeah.
I feel like they probably all have really expensive clothes that just look grungy.
It's a $1,000 homeless man outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Justin Bieber does the same thing, I feel like.
Yeah. Okay, my first one. So I grew up in Southern California, and when I was about 5, my mom signed my sister and I up for background acting. We would get called and asked to show up for a show and just stand in the background of so many TV shows and movies. My sister got to be in the coolest shows when we were kids. She was in the finale of Hannah Montana and in the movie Four Christmases. That's such a flex.
Four Christmases is an iconic movie.
Yeah, I was going to say Hannah Montana, though. Being in the finale,
true,
could you imagine?
Yeah.
I was on Scrubs, Raising Hope, and a Nickelodeon show called Game Shakers.
Raising Hope. Why does that sound so familiar?
I don't know. I've never heard of it.
Oh.
No. I think I'm thinking of Raising Helen.
Raising Helen.
That was a good one.
I'll look up Raising Hope later. We
met so many celebrities throughout our childhood. My sister literally met Miley Cyrus and Vince Vaughn. My favorite that I got to meet was Leslie Jordan. We were working on the Raising Hope set, and I remember walking into this room and asked him for a picture, as any 8-year-old does for the guy who starred on Shake It Up. And as I walked into the room, he was telling a story to a co-star, cursing like a sailor. When he saw me, he immediately started to apologize and felt so bad for using language like that around me. I remember he was so kind and funny. Then when the meme of him went viral, it felt so cool knowing I'd met that guy. It was so special getting to do background acting work as a kid, and I'm so thankful my mom signed me up. Those memories my sister and I will cherish forever.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
Also makes me think, in no world would I think adult actors would ever apologize if they were swearing and saw a kid on set. Mm-hmm. Like, that's so tender.
That is so sweet.
Like, how aware are you?
Yeah.
To apologize to a little background actor?
Yeah.
Like, how cute. All right, my next one. It was the weekend of Halloween, and I was dressed as one of the twins from Parent Trap. And Dennis Quaid also happened to be at the same bar as me that night.
No, you're lying.
How fun would that be?
Oh.
Did you ever watch Ellen growing up?
A little bit.
Okay. Ellen would do these bits with Dennis where she would do, like, pranks with him, and he would walk in and yell, Dennis Quaid is here. I watched Ellen.
Oh.
Okay. Anyways. One of my friends had asked him for a photo when she saw him earlier in the night, and she said he was incredibly annoyed and said no. But when his friends saw me, they told him he had to come ask for a photo with me. I told him I was dressed as Hallie and not Annie, just in case he was unsure, and he fully faked a laugh.
Oh, he faked a laugh.
Yeah.
It's like, never heard that one before.
Yeah, literally. Did you watch that movie a lot growing up?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was one on repeat all the time.
I literally thought Dennis Quaid was my dad growing up because he looked just like my dad. Like, I thought that they were the same person. I was so
such
confused.
an iconic dad.
Yeah.
And just the style and just everything.
Jesse's outfits. I love Jessie.
Yeah. Did you know her name is Chessie?
Oh, Chessie. Really?
Okay.
I always thought it was Jessie.
Mm-hmm. My whole life, Jessie.
Oh.
Brittany was the one who told me it's Chessie.
Wow.
When I tell you, I started an uproar and do not believe her, even though she showed it to me on Google.
What kind of name is Chessie?
It's Jessie.
Yeah.
Like, she's the one with the flannel.
Yeah.
And the jean shorts.
And the hair clip.
And the hair clip. The 90s, the vision and the image and the idol of the 90s.
Yeah.
Don't you dare tell me her name is Chessie.
Yeah. I don't believe it for a second.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
Okay, my next one. I've met Shawn Mendes on accident 4 times. 1, I was running into Whole Foods in Portland to go to the bathroom, and he was in line buying coffee. I went over and asked if I could say hi, and he said, yeah, I'll meet you outside. So he came out and took pics, and he was so nice. 2, I was visiting my friend at her hotel in San Francisco, and we were standing outside talking, and he came out of the same hotel, so we took pics. 3, I was in a coffee shop in Portland with my sister after ordering, and we turned around the corner, and he was just sitting on a couch reading. We casually sat down on the couch next to him and just pretended he wasn't there so we didn't bother him. 4, I was in the Boston airport, and I was running late for my flight, so I was literally running through the halls and turned a corner and physically ran into him. I was mortified, and he still took a pic with me. He was so nice. At this point, I feel like we're meant to be, right? 4 times on accident isn't a coincidence anymore. It's fate. Like 4 times in different places.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Like, it's not like you're in LA and you live down the street from him. Like, you're in Portland Whole Foods. You're in a hotel in San Francisco. You're in a coffee shop in Portland. So I guess 2 of them are in the same place. And then you're in the Boston airport. What are the chances?
It doesn't feel like coincidence.
Are you a stalker?
Yeah.
No, I think she said it was all an accident.
Yeah, that's
she's at the
crazy.
airport running late for a flight. She's
Yeah.
not planning to run into Shawn Mendes.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's stalking you, girlfriend.
Yeah. I've heard hot takes about Shawn.
What do they say?
He's not good. But
What do you mean?
hopefully it's just a one-off experience.
Like he's not nice?
I think he's just like maybe not a great person.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. You're giving us nothing.
I know. I've just heard from a friend that has personal experiences with him that he's not all he's cracked up to be. So maybe it's a good thing you guys aren't dating.
Interesting.
Yeah. Also, I have a question.
Yeah.
At what point does a celebrity fly private versus Boston Airport, Southwest, or Delta Airlines? Where's the line there?
I think you have to be like really famous to fly private. Like
Would you not
Taylor
call
Swift.
Really?
Like Taylor Swift's not going to be on.
Understandable. But like what's the level below Taylor Swift? I would think Shawn Mendes. And I wouldn't think Shawn Mendes would be on a Delta flight.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
But a
that
private jet is really expensive.
yeah.
I mean, they're
I
like
think
30 grand one way.
Maybe when you're on tour you have a jet, but like maybe just little trips here and there, like personal trips, you just fly normal.
Yeah.
I don't know, that's a good question.
I imagine with COVID it was probably easier because you could wear a mask.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I saw Roger Federer was on a regular flight, which I'm like, in what world?
Yeah.
Like my favorite man on planet Earth.
Yeah, I ran into Steven Tyler at an airport.
No way.
Yeah.
Steven Tyler doesn't have his own airplane?
No.
Not even his own, but
he
like...
was at the airport, so I don't know. Maybe he was going to his own plane.
Oh, okay.
But it was like in security.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Also, why didn't he have TSA pre-check? Because we were not in the TSA pre-check line.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I have a lot of celebrity stories, but I think we'll save it for the next episode because on the next episode, we're going to get into celebrity hookup stories.
Yeah.
But not that I have celebrity hookup stories.
She's got a lot, folks.
But this episode's already kind of long, so we'll save our personal stories for the next one.
Yeah,
but
that sounds good.
I have quite a few of those. But I have a manager for my work, and our management team had a retreat. And do you know the singer Hardy?
Mm-hmm.
So his wife is like on our thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so he came to the retreat with us. And it was just so funny because we all like know him. And he was on our flight, our Southwest flight. They were A-list, so they got the front row. But he had his like hood on, tied tight, and his sunglasses on. Literally looked like the guy from Mean Girls.
Yes,
when
that's
he's like,
what I was literally thinking.
That's how he looked, and he was just in the front row of the flight. And I'm like,
incredible.
How many people on this flight love Hardy and his music, but have no idea he's literally on the plane right now? You know, I feel like it probably happens a lot. Like a lot of stars you probably wouldn't recognize unless they're super, like super famous.
I know someone that saw Ben Rector on her flight, and I'm like, to be completely honest, I don't think I would know what Ben Rector would look like.
I don't think I would either.
Yeah.
But I do love his music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
How funny. I saw Brett Eldredge at the marathon. I wasn't running that one. I was cheering on a friend. But I saw him and I was like, I swear that looks like Brett Eldredge. But I never would have known unless, because I saw him in concert like maybe a month before that. So that's the only reason I knew who he was. If I hadn't just seen him, I never would have recognized him.
I was at a little concert a few weeks ago with a friend, and she said, that's Walker Hayes. Like in the crowd, we were in a really, really small, no name concert. Mm-hmm. It was like 50 people, and literally I'm dragging all these people to this concert because he's literally nobody. And she's like, that's Walker Hayes. I'm like, in no world would I know what Walker Hayes looks like. The guy that sings Fancy Like.
Yeah.
Like, how the heck would you know what that man looks like?
Yeah. I was thinking you're saying Hunter Hayes for a second. Yeah. I was like, I would recognize Hunter Hayes. Yeah. Not Walker Hayes.
No.
You know who I ran into at a party when I first moved here? David Archuleta.
Stop.
Do you remember him?
Yes, and you said how short he was.
He's a tiny, tiny man.
I would miss him. My
my
line of sight is like what, 5'11", 6 foot.
Yeah.
So I just miss him completely.
I missed him, and I'm only 5'6". Like, he's so small.
That's amazing.
Yeah, he's just a tiny little guy.
Gosh, Crush.
And he
Remember
had, like,
the song Crush?
That song, so good.
Slaps.
American Idol, what happened? It's still good, okay? Like, I haven't watched it in a long time, but Pickleball Boy's family watches it, so sometimes when we go out to visit them, we'll watch it with his parents, and anytime we watch it, I'm like, wow, the show's still really good. Like, we should watch it because everyone's so talented. Everyone is so good.
It gives me the social media vibes, like how everyone's for Bachelors going on for social media, not for love.
Yeah.
And I imagine, first of all, I didn't even know American Idol was still going on, but I imagine it's the same thing there. They're just trying to get discovered by people that are watching.
Yeah. And do you know Benson Boone, the singer?
Yeah.
So he was on American Idol. Did you know that?
That's how he got famous?
Well, so he was on it, and I guess Katy Perry told him, like, you're going to win this. Like, in no world do you not win this. Like, because he's so good, you know?
He's so good.
And so he seriously, and this was at the beginning. Like, I don't even think they were, like, top 12 yet. Maybe I could be wrong. But it was, like, towards the beginning of the show. So he seriously started to look at, like, what the contract would look like if he did win. Because they, like, own you if you win. And they, like, control your career, basically. So obviously, you have the potential to be really successful, but it doesn't always work. Like, you know, there's only a few American Idol winners that are, like, really big now.
Yeah.
So I guess he didn't like the contract, and he took himself out because he was like, I don't want to be confined to these obligations.
But is that how he got famous?
I think it's how he started.
No way.
But, like, it's just, imagine how much of a leap that was for him to leave that behind and pursue it on his own. And I'm so glad that it worked out for him now because he's obviously doing really great. He's making so good.
Such good music.
Yeah.
What's the one that goes, please?
Yeah.
I want you, I need you. Come down. I mean, that was it. That was the note.
That was so good. All of his music is so good.
It's so good.
Yeah, Beautiful Things, Slow It Down, Sugar Sweet.
I don't know any of those songs, but yeah, man. TBT to American Idol. I guess not really TBT, but TBT to me. Speaking of Brett Eldredge, my third one. I thought Brett Eldredge was our doorman at the one hotel in Nashville, and I just stood there waiting for him to open it for me, and he did.
Oh my God.
That's so iconic. What a power move.
Yeah.
Like, hello?
Excuse me.
Hello? You gonna do your job? Honestly, incredible. Humbled him.
What a guy. What a guy. Okay. This one's a short one, but we spotted Chris Young outside a bar, and my friend went up to him and said, "Are you Chris Young?" He said, "No."
Stop.
But then as she was walking away, his friends were laughing at him, so my friend did a cartwheel in hopes of impressing him.
Shut up.
The next morning, he posted a photo from that exact spot that we saw him.
Aw. See, I want to know what Chris Young looks like.
I have a story about Chris Young.
A cartwheel.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
She's like, what can I do to stand out?
Just
a cartwheel.
in case it is him, I'm gonna do a little quick show for you.
It reminds me of, like, peacocking. Do you know that term? So, like, the term peacocking is because male peacocks, they, like, do dances and, like, they break out their feathers for the girls. So they, like, do a little, like, performance to get the girls to mate.
I can't.
So I always say that whenever guys are, like, trying to, like, show off their peacocking.
But she did a cartwheel.
Yeah.
I'm picturing in the middle of, like, Midtown doing it in front of winners or
literally,
losers. That's what I'm picturing it. That's so funny.
I have a crazy story with him, but I'll say it on next week's.
Okay, tune in. All right, my next one. About 10 years ago, I worked at a Target. It was Coachella time, and we were always getting in last-minute shoppers for Coachella. Well, one day I was at work and I had to use the restroom. The employee restroom was closed, and so I decided to use those private one-stall bathrooms. At this point, I've broken out into a run. I open the door, and tell me why I see Katy freaking Perry on the toilet.
Oh, on the toilet? No, you're lying. She opened the stall to Katy Perry.
No,
peeing?
like, you know those private one-stall bathrooms? Oh, they're like just the room.
But was she peeing?
She was peeing. She said, mind you, she was mid-wipe while wearing a bodysuit, so I saw all of her.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine? She said, I was so embarrassed. I blurted out, "I'm so sorry, Miss Perry," and slammed the door.
Perry. Miss Perry, please forgive me.
No, really, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna go now.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
That's
Hope
so
to see you
funny.
around. I know.
That's shocking.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
Take you by surprise.
That's hilarious. Okay. I met Sandra Bullock at the Atlanta airport.
Cool. Okay, so Sandra Bullock's not flying private.
Yeah,
what?
I don't think a lot of people do.
How is Sandra Bullock not flying private? Okay, fine.
I don't know.
Sorry,
we have questions. I was in the bathroom and my paper towel dispenser didn't have any more in it. I was waiting for her to get a paper towel and then I was going to get one after her, but she handed me hers. She was so sweet. Do you
Oh.
imagine Sandra Bullock handing you a paper towel?
Do you think they know you know who they are? If you
I
don't
think,
physically react.
yeah, I think you probably assume most people know who you are. If you're
Okay.
that big, if you're Sandra Bullock.
Okay.
And I feel like you can tell sometimes when people like know, even though they're not saying anything, like you can tell them kind of like,
It's like the eye contact
yeah,
and
the
the
eye
look.
contact, the body language, like
Yeah.
you could tell.
See, my move would be I'll never ask somebody for a picture. That's just not what I would do.
Mhm.
But I want to like engage in conversation if there's someone that I like. For Sandra, I'd be like, Sandra, you're kidding.
Yeah.
Talk to me. What's going on? Like that's what I would do.
Yeah.
Just to like get to know them a little bit and
Yeah,
like
yeah,
have it be more of like a auntie type of
yeah.
conversation
Mhm.
instead of like, oh my gosh, you're Sandra Bullock. Let me take a picture. And then like then you just put that on blast and go tell people about it.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I want to have the meaningful conversation.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Exactly. I think that's what I want to do, but I just feel like I would never know what to say.
Yeah.
So I just probably wouldn't say anything.
You would just not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd probably take a picture of them like from afar.
While
Like,
they walk away.
yeah, I don't even think I would have the guts to take a picture with them.
Yeah.
Really.
I feel like unless you have like a meaningful interaction or like a crazy story together, I feel like obviously, nope, like I would too. But the ones where you just run up to them, take a picture and leave, I think that's what makes them upset because that's just for clout versus, oh, we had a good conversation. And of course, if you want a picture, no problem, I get it.
Yeah.
So it makes sense why people say no to pictures because that's all you want is to show off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure that sometimes they don't want to talk to though.
True.
They're like,
for
just
sure.
leave me alone.
For sure. True. Yeah. Okay. So speaking of talking to your idol, I worked for a high-end restaurant that when you made it to a certain training level, you got to work private buyouts and private dining for high-end celebrities or business people. We had to sign NDAs and were trained to never acknowledge who they were or act starstruck when you served them. Well, my boss knew I was obsessed with all things Mark Wahlberg. So one day, he's about to send me into the room to serve and reminds me of all the paperwork I've signed and how to act. I walk in with my boss behind me and see Mark Wahlberg. I walk over, black out, and start blurting, oh my gosh, I'm going to lose my job right now, but I just can't not take this moment to tell you how much I love you, your family, etc. Speaking at least 1,000,000 miles a minute. He laughs, stands up and says, bring it on in, girl, gives me a hug, looks over at my boss and says, you better not fire this girl. She's a sweetheart. It was the best day ever. Somehow I didn't lose my job.
Aww.
Mark, I owe you one.
That's so sweet.
Mark frickin' Wahlberg. That guy.
Yeah, that
Wholesome.
guy. He is just 10 out of 10. You
10
never
out
hear
of
anything
10.
bad about him.
No. I think if I had to pick 5 people to be in my life, he'd be one of them. He's
Really?
just a cool Boston dude.
Yeah.
You know?
He does seem like a really cool guy. And he's
Yeah.
in a ton of movies.
Yeah, he is. He's really talented. You know what I always do when I watch movies with people that I know or don't know is I look them up on Wikipedia and then look at their relationship history.
Mm-hmm.
Not that relationship history is telling, but typically you'll see like 6 wives with 5 different.
Yeah.
I think Mark Wahlberg's been married to the same person since forever.
Yeah.
So those are always like, okay, I think you'd be a good person in my life. Or just not to say divorce means anything, but you know, the ones that have been married, literally like, okay, they were married to Pamela Anderson for 3 years. They were married to this person for 2 years.
It's always like as they get more famous, they just like keep getting hotter and hotter wives.
Yeah.
It's like, that's just not a good look.
No.
Speaks to the character.
Exactly. It's like online dating. It's like you think your options are endless when really it's like, just commit.
Okay, wait, real quick. I got a Mark Wahlberg one. It says, I was at the grocery store shopping at Pavilions with the kids I nanny for, and Mark Wahlberg was casually there doing his grocery shopping. He stopped to talk to everyone who approached him and took pictures with everyone.
Oh my gosh.
He was so kind and so normal. Definitely didn't seem like a celebrity that let fame get to his head. He was so humble. He talked a bit with my kids, even though they had no idea who he was. Meanwhile, I was starstruck. We love our short, down-to-earth king.
He's short?
I guess.
No.
Let's look it up.
I'm picturing 6'2".
No.
6'1". 6 feet. 6 feet.
It's bad.
No.
It's bad.
No.
5'8".
No. 5'8".
Ah, yeah.
No.
Wait, who's his wife?
I miss him too.
Oh, his wife is beautiful. She's taller than him.
Stop it.
A lot taller than him.
That's fine. Makes sense.
Oh, they're cute though.
Whatever. 5'8".
Yeah, 5'8". Woof.
Wow.
It's always the hot ones you never expect. Like Zac Efron. Isn't he like 5'8"?
Yeah. Daniel Radcliffe. Tom Cruise, 5'5".
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Disgusting.
Wow, that's so
I've heard he's the worst to work with.
Well, yeah. He's kind of scary.
Scary.
All of his Scientology beliefs.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Freaks me out.
Daniel Radcliffe's like 5'4". Harry Potter. Yeah, he's
Really?
a little boy.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do one more quick one.
Okay.
When I was in elementary school, my dad was on the board of the Los Angeles Mission, and we would go to serve food to the homeless. Little did I know my first time there that celebrities would be there. Corbin Bleu from High School Musical
Stop.
sat down next to me and my dad, and we started chatting. Keep in mind, I was in elementary school. Long story short, at the end of the day, he ended up giving me a hug and a kiss on the cheek. I was fangirling at the time, but looking back on it now, I'm not sure how to feel about it given that he was significantly older than me.
Gross. I'd be curious what the age was for him because obviously back then, like, he was so relevant.
He was probably like early 20s, I would say, maybe mid 20s.
Oh my gosh, I was thinking like 16.
Oh, really?
Well, I guess we don't know what year it was.
He was 16 in High School Musical.
But I guess I don't know when she saw him.
Yeah.
That's gross. That's cute,
a kiss
but
on
gross.
the cheek, yeah.
Well, now that she's like looking back and thinking about it, like you always get like, oh, but then it was like the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, imagine you like decorate your locker with High School Musical posters and stuff like that.
Could you imagine Corbin Bleu?
You tell people, he kissed me.
He kissed me.
He kissed me. These were fun. I love celebrity encounters. And plus, most of these were really good.
Yeah, they
like,
were.
Positive.
They were all positive.
Yeah.
Next time we're going to have to do a negative one.
Yeah.
I want the tea. I want to know the celebrities that were mean.
Yeah.
But no, those are fun. Next week, we're going to do celebrity hookups, so stay tuned for that.
I'm excited.
And we'll tell our own celebrity stories.
Yes, that sounds good.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys for listening. We hope you enjoyed. Be sure to subscribe and follow us on Instagram. That's where we take the polls for all of these episodes. And yeah, we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.